Okay, hi everybody. So today I'm here to do an update of what has um, happened, and also why I had to move in with no carpentry. Yeah, so yeah, maybe just like a backstory of how all this thing happened. So I think I mentioned it before previously when I did my video. So what happened was, so I was staying with my in-laws, and my in-laws house was going through a home improvement program where they are doing the two toilets, and the main door they will be changing it. So initially the plan was we were going to continue staying in it's going to continue to stay with my in-laws during the whole process. But what happened was, I don't know like whether it was just nice or whatever, but the whole floor we were the last to start the whole renovation. And when our neighbors started to do their toilets, then my mother-in-law realized that it is quite impossible to stay in the house because it'll be very dusty and very noisy as well. So, and also one thing is that there's no toilets that we can use indoor, so we will always have to go to the void deck to use the toilet. And my mother-in-law, she said that because she always has to go to the toilet in the middle of the night, so she realized it was really inconvenient to stay in the house for 10 days without a toilet and also being very dusty. So I think so we got the notice of the HIV program like a few months before, and we were thinking that it is still possible to stay on, so we didn't make any arrangement until like 1 week before, when our neighbors started doing theirs. Then she realized that it is quite impossible, and then that's when she just popped the question and asked what they all plan to do, like what's your plans. And then at that point in time, me and my husband was a bit shocked with that question, because we just came back from work, and then she asked so what do you plan to do, or what are your plans? Then we were like, what are your plans, like what do you mean? Because we don't understand, because we just came back home, right? And then she was like, oh no, because we'll be doing the HIP next week, and I'm thinking that it is quite difficult to stay in the house, so I have already made arrangement to stay at one of my husband's cousin's house, which is just opposite their house. And she asked what do you all plan to do? Do you all want to go over together, or what? And then interestingly, actually early July, I already felt like I should just move out of my in-laws house and into my new house with whatever I had. Because at that point, I think early July, I already had like dining tables ready. I had bar top tables that were ready. I had cupboards that were already here that people gifted me. And I was thinking to myself that okay, maybe it's time I should just move in with whatever I had. But I didn't have the courage to move, and I think in July was probably like one of my lowest month, so yeah, I just didn't have the courage to move at that point in time. And I think previously I've been telling people that I'll be moving in by end of July, and because I was thinking that at that point when I got my keys in April, I will be able to do the renovations and everything and then move in by end July. But then I think when July came, end of June, July, I realized that I still don't have the finances to do up the carpentry. So I was telling people that I will probably just move in end of the year. Yeah, so my plan was to move in end of the year. When I have enough money, then I can start doing my carpentry. Yeah, but then like early July, this feeling that I should just move in, but I didn't have the courage to do it until my mother-in-law asked that question end of July. Then I was like, okay, I think it's time that I should use this opportunity to just move out. So within a week, we packed everything and then we left my in-laws house to get ready to move in. And I think at that point in time when I moved in, if you watched my previous video, I didn't have lights, I didn't have a water heater, I didn't have like a washing machine, I didn't have a fridge. Yeah, basically all the things that I was supposed to have I didn't have, but I had a bed, I bought a bed, and I had people gave me like 2 single bed frames, and then I had like a dining table and bar top table and cupboards which I used in the kitchen. But I think that whole weekend when I started moving, you know, blessings started coming and people started gifting me with a fridge, and then I bought a washing machine from Carousel, and I had lights that were done up by my cousin-in-law. And yeah, so practically like, oh, and they also gifted us a water heater. So when I moved in 1 week later, I had everything that I needed, the basic necessities that I needed, which is like water heater, fridge, washing machine, and lights and beds. Yeah, so all these things I had when I moved in, and I was really like amazed and surprised, like, you know, like from not knowing what I could do with it. And I was very ready to live without lights. And I was very ready to bathe with cold water. And I was very ready to have no fridge as well. But yeah, I think God is good. So yeah, I had everything when I moved in. And yeah, so fast forward today, I think there were a lot of lessons that I've learned. And yeah, I think one of the biggest thing that I took away from this whole episode is that we need to believe that, yeah, that God is possible and He can make all things work. And yeah, and I think my faith has increased a lot, you know, after this period of time. And every day my house is changing, is moving, and I'm very, very happy and thankful to be able to share this journey with everyone. And yeah, and just enjoy the videos that I have taken about of my house. So I'll be showing a video of like my current state of my house, like how does it look like now. And yeah, if there's anything that you would like to know or ask, just feel free to let me know. Yeah, thank you.